Hello, welcome to today's episode of the talks on mental health. Today we're going to talk about helping and how to be an effective helper if you don't belong to the mental health field, because a lot of people are unable to reach the mental health professionals because of various reasons, and maybe the demand and the supply is not fair for whatever reasons. So we require every person to be efficient when it comes to seeking and offering help. So this particular episode is about offering effective help to the needy, to the distressed. So I have compiled a list of 5 steps to become an effective helper, known as the 5 C's of effective helping. So if you don't belong to the mental health profession and you don't know how to help, you're afraid of saying and doing the wrong things to actually make it worse for the person and feel bad within yourself, then this is your video. You can learn how to help effectively and how to become adept at this field. So let us begin. The first step towards helping is always compassion. The first C is compassion. Now, when a child falls down and hurts himself, a lot of parents don't get up and pick up the child. They sit from wherever they are and say, "Get up, come on, be a boy or be a bold girl. Go dust your whatever part wherever you've got hurt and just get along with your day." And that makes the child get up and obey whatever has been told to him or her. But there is compassion missing over here. Maybe next time they would not be willing to come and talk to you or put forth their issues. So compassion is the first step towards helping, no matter how acute or chronic the problem or the nature of the problem or whatever is the problem. Here we are not going to say it is good or bad, ethical or not, legal or illegal. No, not at all. There is no judging, no labeling. It is only about compassion so that the other person feels comfortable, not threatened, and at ease to talk to you about whatever he or she is facing. So the first step is compassion, and the second step is correction. In this step, you are going to listen without any judgment, no labeling, and no drawing parallels with your life. Don't be in a hurry to save somebody and offer your story, and don't try to hog the limelight. Helping is always about the other person and not about you. You can share your story in bits and parts wherever required, but please offer structured helping after taking in the story of the person and using logic and whatever else that occurs to you which would actually help the person understand the nature of his issues. So use effective correction. It can be thought correction, replacing feelings, or whatever you are best at, you can use that. The third step is consolidation. Now, consolidation is about filtering what is required and what is not required. Because if you travel with a lot of stuff, a lot of energy is wasted and time is wasted. So here you're going to filter out whether it is emotions or thoughts or whatever unnecessary situations or whatever is not required is going to be kept away, and only what is required is going to be taken into account. And then after that, the fourth C is consistency. Now, in order to be able to help effectively, you need to be consistent. Now, if the same person comes back to you after a few days and you find that you don't want to talk to this person, or you don't feel that compassion or that empathy, you might be having your own issues, you might be having your own problems. It is quite natural to be battling with your own things. After all, life has challenges and good times and bad times. But remember, for the need and to be able to actually help and retain that I would say goodwill of a person that comes to you for help, that actually trusts you, you need to be consistent to be able to put aside your problems for a while and listen to the other person, even if they come back to you after some time for the same problem again and again. A lot of friends and relatives and family, they shut down, they are not able to take it, and they kind of shoo them away, or they try to brush it off or insult them, humiliate them, call them wimps or useless or whatever. Don't do that. If for any reason you're not able to handle it, please connect them with a mental health professional if you are not able to take it. But if you want to be an effective helper, then consistency is the key, because you cannot let your life get entangled with the other person's life. They have to travel in different compartments. So consistency is very important, which is the fourth C. Now coming to the fifth C. So after you offer compassion, you have also offered correction, there has been consolidation, and there is consistency. The fifth step is clarity. This is when you and the other person, both of you gain clarity as to you being an effective helper, being able to touch lives and to do your bit, and the other person actually being helped by you and understanding how the process works, feeling in power, being able to move away from whatever has been causing them distress, and probably also helping other people in the same manner. So once the other person comes back to you thanking you for your help and for your time and for your patience and for lending an ear, you should probably teach these same steps to that person so that he or she can continue the chain of helping more and more people. As I said earlier, sometimes due to various reasons, people don't approach the mental health professionals because of stigma, financial issues, mental blocks, and fear and apprehension of not knowing what would happen. Remember, mental health is a very important field because everything happens in the mind, and the mind has to be for you and not against you. So this episode is for all of you that want to help, but you're not connected to the mental health field, and you have that passion to help people, and you have people coming to you. You want to go out and help many people, but you don't know how to do it. So let me run you over through the process again. The first step is compassion. The second step is correction. The third is consolidation. The fourth is consistency. And the fifth is clarity. Because when you become clear and you keep, progressing in this field of helping, a lot of ideas would come to you, new breakthroughs and new concepts and new theories which you would, create on your own, which would be absolutely unique. And that would help not only yourself but everybody else also. With this clarity, when you help a person, they also are able to understand and solve their issues and probably help more people. So please do share this video with other people so that we can actually help people in distress and save lives, save time and emotions, because we are all here for a purpose and life should not be wasted. But this is life, there would be challenges, and there's always a solution for every problem provided you identify the problem. So for those requiring personal counseling, you could connect with me via my website mindsuggest.com. It has all my details. And for more such interesting and helpful videos, you could like, subscribe, comment, and share the videos. I would be back soon with another interesting and helpful video next week. I hope this message of mine reaches many people, and the helping field only grows by leaps and bounds. Let us help, let us be helped, let us seek help, and let us offer help. Let us all live happily.